Kia ora team and welcome. I'm Reuben from Link Solutions, and in this session we're going to be covering how to bulk remove a staff member across multiple jobs inside your Xero Practice Manager. The most common scenarios for this are where we have a promotion or a staff member move on and we need to remove them from a bunch of jobs and reassign those to new people. So here's how we do that. We have a whole nother session on how to remove a staff member from your Xero Practice Manager, but as a general sequence of events, after their last day, but before you delete them from your Xero Practice Manager, you want to be reassigning their jobs to other people. So generally they'll complete their timesheets in a particular month to their last day. On their last day or slightly after that, you'll reassign all their jobs, or even prior to that, even you could reassign their jobs to other people. You're going to see at the end of that month, do all the invoicing for that month. That may involve time that they've put in, and it may also involve moving timesheets, which we cover later. And then once you're happy that all that time has been invoiced out, you can go and remove them or delete their user from your Xero Practice Manager. Between their last day and that date that you delete them, there's a little box you can tick in your settings, which will allow you prevent them from accessing your client information, etc. So that's the general outline of events. But I'm showing you a small portion of that right now, which is removing them from jobs. So let's go to jobs. And you can individually click into all the jobs they're working on, or have them do this if they have permissions to do so. You may have them reassign their own work by going to Edit Job, and they may untick their own name and tick somebody else's name, like so. Now, if you've got a relatively small practice, that might work for you if you don't have too many jobs, but chances are you've got a lot of jobs and maybe a lot of staff, and the managers are going to need to get together to decide who's going to be picking up that work for this person. So a quick way of achieving the same result is to go to Options, Remove Staff. Let's imagine Reuben here has moved on. Actually, we'll make it Anderson McTavish. We'll click Next. We're going to select, these are all of the current jobs that Anderson is assigned to and the ones that he is currently working on. Now, if Anderson had his last day coming up, I would probably assign all the jobs that are not yet in first, because he hasn't even started those. So we might as well get someone picking those up, like so. We'll tick all those, and he's been removed from those. So we can now go and assign those jobs. We're going to assign staff or add staff, pick up who's going to be picking up those jobs. Now we still have a few left over, so perhaps we get to his last day and we need to see what's kind of in progress now, and we are going to unassign them from these ones here, and maybe in a different screen we can be adding those to other people as well. So if we open up a new tab, for example, it might look a bit like this, where you're switching between the two tabs or two screens, or you're talking with your managers and you're assigning Caitlin to that work, like so, and you're going to search for and tick the same jobs. So now we've removed Anderson McTavish from all of his jobs. If the last step after his last day that I was talking about a little bit earlier is to go into your staff settings here, and we'll click into Anderson McTavish, like so, and you just want to untick that box there and save. That will prevent Anderson from logging in. We're going to complete our invoicing. We may need to move timesheets, which we'll cover later, and then we can go and delete Anderson McTavish from our system after invoicing is complete by clicking Delete Staff here, and that will permanently remove him from our Xero Practice Manager. It won't delete any timesheets, invoices, jobs Anderson's been involved in. It'll just make them read only, which is why it's important we complete our invoicing first, because if there's anything we need to add, edit, modify, write off in that month, then it's a lot easier to do that when Anderson's still a user but not a currently working user. So that is how and why we may bulk remove a staff member from multiple jobs all at once. We talked about general sequence of events for when somebody leaves, how we don't delete their user on day one. That makes it a bit harder when we need to move timesheets or apply write-ons and write-offs later. It also makes it harder to find the jobs they used to work on so we can reassign them elsewhere. So hopefully you found this worthwhile, and I'll see you at the next session.